toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball.
He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Harris looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a big.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target, Harris. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Again, Fields. That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Deontay Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. No problem there on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Tyus Bowser. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Carr.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
93.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run with Harris. And some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game, are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
65 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Carr now on first down.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Justin Jefferson,
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
On the give, this is Harris.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Now, that was a textbook example of how to be aggressive at the point of attack.
Yeah, make sure you take care of the line of scrimmage. No way they can get upfield on that one. And then how about the force he brought on that tackle? Let them know they need to be aggressive from this point on.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have the Bears first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Fields now to throw.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Fields eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to.
Touchdown! It's caught at the 1.
making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Fields. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now Fields. Flush to his right.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On second down now, it's Harris. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, it's Fields. That's complete to Tony.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On second and very short, Fields. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Here's Fields.
Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got it. Out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Kadarius Toney.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and through. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
To try again after the sack, Carr. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Christian Fulton.
And it's a pick-6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second down, it's Harris. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr.
He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Najee Harris.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And all the way down to the 12. A huge play there for Chicago.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll swing this out to Tony.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Wright.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carr.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Carr completes it. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Carr.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Carr now to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. 2nd and 10. Fields.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Fields throwing again.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line.
Here's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case down to
touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr going to throw here.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.
Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Check, 59. Here we go.
On play action, now Brady. Buying time to his left. And he finds Corey Davis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, Brady. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this, Charles, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years, it feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future. You've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency in the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Adam Humphries deep to return. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll get that underneath ETN. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9. And he gets this up just shy of the 15.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll run with ETN.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now Jackson on first down. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. And now you got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A handoff for ETN.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Humphries now to return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They find some open field here. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. ETN, touchdown, Chargers.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. Flush to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said,
and he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
So after the INT, it's Brady eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
no, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, Brady. And complete right side to Cook. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Here's Braden Mann now,
as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Jackson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Setting up the screen for Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the gun, it's Brady. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson now. He's going to look deep for Moore. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
On second down, ETN once more.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, here's ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Now Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're
looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there for L.A. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who?
Touchdown, Chargers.
Travis Etienne.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers 42, Chiefs 7. Jack Fox set to kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for KC. Now a play fake. Brady. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Out to his left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Flush to his right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Chris Godwin.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Complete. It's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And the Chargers 1st and 10.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Chiefs 14. Jack Barnes set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for KC. Throwing on first down is Brady. Steps away to his left. Looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
I'm coming after you.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the 22, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now it's Jackson.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9.
Check, watch 54. Hey.
And they'll go again with Etienne. A 1st down and more, Etienne.
And all the way up to the 35-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They go play action with Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The tackle made by Eric Murray.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a dump off here complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Jack Fox, set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Oh, none of that.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the... it.